So the inspection that we're doing on this house here in Mission Viejo is a ranch-style home. It's about 1330 square feet. It was built in 1978, so it's about 48 years old. Overall, it's in relatively good shape. Now it is vacant, so I'm able to take some pictures and stuff. But let's have a quick walkthrough here so you can go ahead and see so this is the front door, and again, yes, as you can see outside, it is a little bit snowy. 4 days before Mother's Day. Inside here, as you can see, it's a little vacant. They have our screen in front of the gas log fireplace. They have, what's really kind of nice is, and these are in pretty good shape, is crank window cases, wood cases. Overall, pretty good. Big open area here, as you can see. The different inspectors are going through here. This is, of course, the kitchen area, eating space, outdoor back. My buyers are actually downsizing. They have a large home, well over 3,000 square feet, and then including the basement finish. So they're moving from one large home down to a small one, which isn't unusual with a lot of my clients, as they're either moving up or moving down or selling at the same time. So let's go ahead and walk through here. You can look at the different bedrooms here. Oops.
Hi.
Yep, this is my inspector. Hi, Ross.
Hi.
You've probably seen him in a couple other...
Yep, I'm on my union break, so...
Anyhow, so over here, this is going to be the main primary bedroom. Now, one thing it's a 3/4 bath. One thing that is really different about this one is that they actually created a sunroom here. If you look at it here, okay. Overall, really, they're thinking of, my people are thinking, because you can't see this, but there is some sliding doors that can go out into the back. They're thinking that once they move in, they're going to go ahead and just try to finish this off and make it part of the primary bedroom area. Okay. Then we have a secondary bedroom here, again on the main level. Again, pretty vacant, not a lot here to see, and so dimensionally it's a little bit tough. But overall, this house is actually in pretty good shape. Some of the more interesting things about it as I talk is the furnace is about 25 years old. They're running a test on it. Though it's old, it seems to be working really well. We did have the sewer guy come take a look, and because this house has been vacant for probably about 5 months or so, with no water coming in and stuff like that, we have a little situation with the sewer. It's been backed up a little bit. So I did talk with the agent, listing agent. He says he'll go ahead and get that taken care of and clean out the sewer pipe. We're going to head downstairs now, just so you can go ahead and see there. Headed on down the steps. Okay. Basement is completely carpeted red. I don't think I've ever seen that before too much. But there is a bathroom down here, 3/4 bath. And then there's sort of like a bar area here. This is a huge area, if you look at it. I'm standing in the corner now. It's a very large area that they can go ahead and improve. And if you hadn't seen this before, this is a radon detection kit, so they're having a radon test done on this property just to make sure that things are looking pretty good. Then you may not have seen this before, but this one actually had an old solar heating system here, which no longer works.
Cut into the concrete. 2, it's a fresh dig. There's a lot more excavation. 3, I don't know if they would I was looking at the gate, I'll look at it again. I don't know if we'll be able to bring in any heavy equipment. So then everything will have to be dug like manually meaning just like we'll have like hand power tools, but no heavy power tools. Potentially, I'm gonna look. Yeah, sometimes you can take apart the gate and just put it back together real easy, but I think you had a post, so it would keep
there was a post right in the middle.
Yeah, and so that would keep us from heavy equipment. So, yep. But we do these all the time, and I'd love to do it for you. I think you'll appreciate one thing.
So my buyers were talking with a gentleman, and we were down here in the basement. What he was doing was seeing what it would take to go ahead and put in. I'll talk outside.
And, do the same thing, kind of match you outside, and do a little work with like.
So what I was saying is that my buyers here are looking at the possibility of taking one of the bedrooms that right now is a non-conforming bedroom, and he wanted to get an estimate to see how to make it conforming. In other words, they would go ahead and put an egress window, in other words, a window that you can get out of, and then that would make it a conforming bedroom. So it was that was a little bit of the conversation that you heard talk about. Anyhow, that's it for now for part of the inspection. Not as exciting as some of the other ones that we had gone through, but again, just wanted to give you a quick look. Again, Bill here in Mission Viejo house. That's about 48 years old, ranch-style home with a large basement, and my buyers really like this place. All right, we'll talk later. Bye now. So I'm here with Jason, who's talking with one of my buyers about putting an egress window, and I asked Jason if he'd mind if we kind of videotape this, and he said sure. So I'm going to flip this around. Hi, Jason. Go ahead. Start talking. Do you mind being in the picture?
No, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So I might flip back and forth. Go for it as you were talking.
We're talking about drainage.
Yep, and pretty much as far as it goes, we can dig the hole, and then since we go down past it, and then the ground naturally has a filtration, and if we go down 6 inches, it would have to flood higher than 6 inches in order for it to be a problem. And so we just go down like that, put a rock system that just filters it, and that's usually enough for 95%. If it wasn't, then we would come back in and put a sump pump, but I just don't think you would need that. Looking back there, I don't think. Two, because the only amount of area that's going to have water coming in is just the 36-inch projection, and so how much was that going to take in? The rest of it will be graded back, and then also you can have a cover that you choose. Right, we have different options. I like just like a metal, like mesh one, just kind of like a bronze. They got nice ones like that. You can walk on it, or your dogs can. If you have any animals, they can. It's a good.
Yeah.
So
It'd be good not to get the dog get his foot stuck.
yeah, as long as there's been, I don't perceive that there's been anything, and that's what we do with pretty much all of them. Okay. So there is the option to do other things, but.
Jason, would you mind and kind of point out what you would have done, the first part about breaking in the wall and all, what would happen?
Yep, sure. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna center this off, and then we'll put it outside. We'll do the excavation. We'll take out all the dirt, and then we'll take the concrete. We'll cut into it, remove all the excess. It might seem like a little bit. It's an enormous amount of dirt. When you come out, it's like when it comes out, it expands. It'll probably be as big as a small truck. We'll remove that dirt from out here, and then we will mark it out. We'll mark out a header, which is the reinforcement, which we will put at the top of the door. It'll go at least 3 inches past the framing or the concrete on each side. I usually do 4 inches, just because you can cut them. They would cut it down from 60 inches, so then I would just say leave it at 60, and then we'll cut the concrete, put it in there, and then we'll take a wet saw and cut out through the concrete somewhere around 7 inches thick. Get a nice big wet saw, hydraulic one, and that's the big part. Cut it out, and then so here's where the box would be, and we would go down about that far. We actually will go down further than that. That just is easily filters the water. And that's all you really need.
So what's the regulation in 2026 for a conforming egress window? Is it how many feet from the foundation? Is it like 2 feet, 3 feet, or what's the?
Yeah, 36 inches projected. So they have a window well that goes out 36 inches, and then it has to be like 4 point something cubic centimeters area. So like all egress windows are code compliant for that we put in. And usually there's an excess. So
is there a height requirement, like how far from the floor it is of the basement to the bottom part of the window?
Yep, no more than 36 inches, I believe.
Also that way, 36,
Yeah,
okay.
36, yeah.
Do they have to have like ladder or anything on the on the window well itself?
Yep, and that's all included. Definitely, you have to have a ladder. So ladder, I put a cover. I guess I'm not sure if covers are necessary, but all ours come with cover. And we can have a couple to pick from.
Okay. How long does something like this take to do? Is it in sections or stages, or do you do it all in one day type of thing?
One day would be pushing it.
Okay.
One day would be pushing it. It has happened in a day, right?
Okay.
But like we just have a crew, and then but I have specific guys who are like they're specifically good at what they do, and so then I just have them rather than have them work over each other. I just have them first. I have the guy come in. He's going to excavate, and he'll also cut. So that'd be like the first day, probably just first day, because that actually will take. That's going to be a full day work. Then I'll have my next guy come in, the cutter, and probably install next day. Last guy comes in, installs the well, backfills, grades, makes it pretty, and then I would say I would lock out another day for anything that can come, and just make sure we clean up right.
Great. Yeah. Jason, since this was a kind of impromptu, are you okay if you tell us right now your contact information, or if somebody else is interested, how to get in touch with you?
Sure. My name is Jason. My phone number is 307-220-3487. I'm with Kingdom Egress Window Well Replacement, and you can find me on Google or just contact me directly.
Do you have an email address?
Yes, I do. It is kingdom.egress.well-replacement, or you can catch me at jbarner307@gmail.com.
Okay. One last question. Where is, if you have an office, unless it's your home, what's your office address? If you
we have a shop, and then my address is it's in Wellington, but it's not relevant. My actual shop is very close to here, so that's pretty convenient.
Okay.
But,
Well, Jason, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. And just a quick shot so Mike can say hello, who's my buyer, who was so nice to let me go ahead and record this. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. And by the way, Michael has been one of my clients for what now? 30
years.
30 years. I've helped him. I've helped him buy and sell homes, about 4 or 5, maybe even more.
Yeah.
Wonderful people. I'm so glad I'm able to help him again. Anyhow, Jason, I really appreciate you taking the time, and St. Michael for letting me do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Take care now.
Consider that a hazardous waste. And I'm just telling you, you know what I mean? Just do that homework before you, that's fine, we'll remove it later. They might charge you a little more because there is.
That's because it's the old solar system.
It's a sealed glycol system.
Yeah.
It's
30
not
years ago. 20.
it's not an electric system where you're just snipping a wire and moving on.
Right.
These things have that, and I don't know if you're going to have to check to see if they consider that a hazardous waste, or just what are you going to do with that fluid? Is what I'm asking.
Got it. Okay. So a little more TLC.
Yeah, look into it a little more before you just agreed to. Hey, that's fine. We'll remove it when. Okay. I won't be on the report, but
Does it do any harm to leave it indefinitely until we're ready to do that?
no.
Yeah,
Just
it's
make
not-
sure.
if it's not in
It's just
operation.
sitting there stale.
Yeah.
It could leak, it could start to seep.
Right.
But, it's not gonna unless you it leaks and you have a cat or a dog that they love glycol.
Yeah.
They love antifreeze and it tears them up.
Yep.
So that would be the risk. I assume you guys aren't going to be leaking it. Probably a dog or a cat.
Yeah. And we do have some of those. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You need to fix the wiring. I don't know what this is.
Oh, wild. There's just a random light switch in there? A random
with
switch?
bare wires right here.
See that?
So
The foundation and all that supports that in the framing.
Right.
So everything that we would do would be down.
Okay. And the header provides the support still for this area.
The header would still go, we would try and get it here to here. So if we were interested, we could, we would do that like European style, that thinner one. And I would find out, somebody recently told me, it's funny how this came up, he told me that this was the skinniest one that you could do. He had a job.
Oh.
And so I'll call, find out what
Okay.
that is. And I know the guy, it's called Window Static or something, like Window Fantastic or something, and they make specialty ones for this.
Yeah, I do think if it is an option, I guess I would be curious to find out what the price difference is between just an aesthetic window and the extra work to make an egress here.
Yeah, I think the price isn't going to be like for the egress. The big part is just taking out all this stuff,
Right.
right? So there's going to be a lot of concrete work, demolition and extraction.
Yeah.
But if you're fine with like this coming and shortening it, I don't know if it opens both ways.
I don't think it does, no.
Yeah, so I mean, like, let's just take it out, and I was thinking we'll take this out, this wood, and I would let's put in something that matches this, same trim,
Yeah.
right there.
Yep.
Why not? Because it's a little thinner.
Yep.
The thinner ones we put in 3/4, wrap this,
Yeah.
make a new one, cut right here, make it sharp, and then here.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit bigger project, obviously, but I'll try and keep you as low as I can.
Yeah,
Right.
that's great.
So you'd still be able to still have a sliding door to get in and out, but it would only be to right about where it is now, right? You wouldn't.
Yeah, it wouldn't even affect it. And like what we would do is even try and make it aesthetically, we would just make it perfect for here. So there'd be a little bit here, boom. We'll just take it, we'll probably just cut it here, do the same thing. Find out where it stops, go right around here. That way, but you're just not going right to the egress. You would have something there,
an inch or
just like a
two.
little 6 inches around it.
Yeah.
That would be my
Yeah, I think we're good with that, and then that still gives us the better bedroom down there. But that's in the downstairs. That's going to mean it's going to go more in the corner, though. You're saying, right?
Yeah, I think it
More in
is.
the corner of the room.
Like what I would like to do is just go like this far, boom, just far enough to put the trim, right? Because we're gonna need to trim it,
Yeah.
and then it'll look nice as it could be.
Yep.
It'll still look a little. I've seen them. I always thought, oh, what happened? But like, this probably happened, right?
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, it'd just be. We still get the job done. It's not a big thing, and what I would do is put a real strong grate on the top cover.
Because you don't want to like.
Exactly. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. One that you could just walk out on. They have them, and they're
Okay.
nice. And
If you're near Southlands in 80016, Southeast Aurora, Centennial, or Parker, and you're thinking about selling, downsizing, moving up, or just want to know the value of your home, give me a call. No hype, no pressure, just 36 plus years of experience and steady guidance helping people just like you. I look forward to talking with you. Have a wonderful day. Take care now. Bye.